Hey, this is Andrew at ThirdCoastRC, and we're here to give you another review. And today we're going to be looking at this really quite nice looking car from HPI. It is the E10 Touring, but it is the Camaro version. Really nicely done. So what do we get? You know, if you're buying this as a gift, then the box that it comes in is real nice. You know, if you give this to like a 14, 15-year-old as a birthday gift, I mean, they're just going to be blown away by the look of this box. It's just awesome. It tells you all about the car. It's completely ready to run package. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute, but it even comes with the batteries for the radio. So what do you get in the box? You get the radio, which is the standard TF41 from HPI. With the antenna that you can put up and down when you're driving the car. Try and remember to put the antenna up on the radio, on the transmitter. Nice, very good, no problems. It's a nice radio. It comes with a lot of HPI cars, including some higher end ones, so it's nice that it's included in more of this entry-level vehicle. Little box within which is the charger for the nickel metal hydride battery. It is actually doesn't plug into the wall. It uses a phone charging block, maximum 5 amp input here, and then it connects. It's got a Tamiya connector on here. It's set up with a Tamiya connector on this car. Of course, you get the car, which we'll talk about some more in a minute. You get a very nice manual that shows, you know, this is a Tamiya style quality manual. Shows you how to completely disassemble the car, put it back together. Everything you need is in here. It's got all the parts in the back, including all the option parts you can get for it, the hop-ups and the additional batteries, things like that. Comes with a little thing, join my HPI, the guarantee information. Comes with the instructions for the receiver, how to bind it, things like that, and the instructions for the charger. And a few extra stickers if you think you can find a spot on this car to put the extra stickers. Be my guest and stick them on there. So this is a 1/10 scale entry-level street sedan car. It is made to run on the street or to drift or to run on relatively smooth surfaces. It is, you know, it's a standard 10th scale, so this being a sedan, it's around 16 inches long. The width, I'm going to give you millimeters because it's 200 millimeter body. So if you're looking for bodies, there's so many bodies out there. 200 millimeter is the most popular size. The car we'll weigh it, but it's going to be light. Put it on the scales here. 2 pound 11.5. So very light. So what I love about this car, you know, it's modern American muscle, but it's fully rendered on a car that actually races in a US racing series. That is, and it's fully sponsored by that team, GrrRacing, and it's actually driven by this lady, Michelle Abate. So that's cool.
Oh, there's the real one right there.
So yeah, that's actually the real one right there.
Oh, it's like a NASCAR.
The body is beautiful. It's a printed body. It comes like this. You don't have to put any stickers on it or anything. It's got the awesome Stars and Stripes flag across the roof. It's beautifully deckled. It looks great. You know, the front is perfect. You know, the rear looks good. It's got the right tail lights. You know, it's got the splitter at the back underneath here, and it's got these awesome looking wheels. These wheels are really cool. They got like a real race look to the tires, and the rims just look perfect with this car. They've done a really good job with this. It looks great. Comes with a plastic rear wing. It's not Lexan, it's proper plastic, well mounted, so that's good. So let's take a look underneath the car. It is a brushed entry-level car. It comes with a standard E10 chassis. It is set up, and this is one thing that's kind of cool about the E10 chassis. You can set it up for grip driving, which this one is set up for, or you can set it up for drifting. And what they do is you can detach this module here, it moves down to here, and the motor goes where the module is. So for drifting, you put the motor more in the middle. I think with the motor at the rear here, for drifting, you might get too much of a pendulum effect and cause it to kind of overdrift on you. So they give you the option, which is really cool. I don't know any other chassis that does that. Allows you the option to switch it. Tamiya plugs on here. Comes with fairly basic shocks, though you can buy upgrades. You know, they feel to me like there's not much oil in them. There's not much dampening in them. Well, there really isn't that much suspension movement on it. It comes with the brushed ESC that can run nickel metal hydride, which is what it comes with, or LiPo. I'd recommend a 2S LiPo in here, and you can switch it again. It's a standard switch the jumper type of deal to move it from LiPo to nickel metal hydride, and you can also lock out the reverse if you're going to be racing this car. I don't know if you noticed, but the wheels are kind of staggered. You've got wider ones in the rear than you do in the front, which is a nice touch, but it also means you've got to keep an eye on, you know, put the rear ones in the rear and the correct ones, the thinner ones in the front. Standard chassis, shaft drive. It's relatively easy to get to. The shaft drive, you can just undo this cover here and you can kind of pop it out, get the drive shaft out. It's not a big, like it is on some cars, can be a bit of a bigger operation to get in there and service the spur gear. If we look in the manual, you can see that comes, this is a 27 turn motor that comes with, so that's like a stock silver Tamiya can style motor, but you do get a lot of gearing options from the factory, and we can see here on page 32 manual that just show the viewers this jack, shows the different motor configurations, where you can have the motor in the near the front like here, or near the rear like here, and it's a relatively simple switch over. You do get these this little bracket to help you do that, which is in this box, in this bag here. You do get a little cover here. You get some spare adapters for different servo types. You've got some wider spacers here for up to 6 millimeters of offset that it comes with, in addition to the ones that are in the box. So the motor has got a wide range. I think it comes with a 22 turn pinion. Yeah, stock is 22, and you can go down to a 20, and you can go all the way up to a 35 according to the manual. Though when I look here, this little piece only shows, oh, it's got little teeth on there, which how you adjust its position. Yeah, so you can go from a 20 to 35 with the mount. That's a big wide amount of different pinions you can use.
Right there too.
Yeah, yeah, it says it here on this piece. That's really cool that you can have so much gearing options. Out of the box, it's you can see it's a 22, so it's low geared. It's geared more for acceleration and not so much top speed. You can change that. We have actually run this car. I ran it hard just recently for a full battery pack just half an hour ago. The motor never even got hot on this 22 turn, and I was running it around inside here and outside, and we're going to take it for a drive in a minute anyway, but it's a nice little setup. The battery mounts standard way, just with a hold down here that's held with the clips. No big issues there. The servo is it's the SS20WR, so it's a waterproof, splashproof servo. It's more than adequate for driving this car. We've sold quite a few of these in different, with the FRS type of them. We've never had a problem with the servo that they come with. Yeah, it looks nice. Here's the underside if you want to see it. It's got this nice splitter on the back. It's got a nice strong foam bumper on the front, and the splitter acts as a bumper on the back. The body is really nice, just fits right on there, drops right on, secured with standard type body pins right on there like that. So what we're going to do now, it comes with a battery, it comes with a 2000 milliamp 7.2 volt nickel metal hydride. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to throw that battery in this car and we're going to go run it. And we're going to do a speed test on it, completely stock. We're not going to change anything on it. We're going to run it inside here and show you it drifting around the cones inside. Then we'll take it outside and we'll radar gun it for its top speed. Now this is an entry-level car. It's not going to go 70 miles an hour, but it is a car that can grow with you as the hobby. If you like the hobby, then it can grow with you. You can upgrade the power system. You can upgrade the gearing. You could put a brushless system in here and LiPo batteries. But I'm going to run it dead stock today. I might throw a 2S in it and see how it does on a 2S battery, and see what pickup in speed we get just with the stock gearing. So we'll be right back and we'll see you soon. Okay, we're back. We've got the battery charged up, 2000 milliamp HPI plasma battery, 7.2 volts. So this is not going to be a rocket ship. Well, let's see what we got. It's freshly charged. It's just come off the charger, so this is the best you're going to get. With stock gearing, remember it's stock gearing, nothing changed. So it's not going to break any land speed records, but for a kid or someone like that, it's going to be really cool. We've got a car pulling out here. Come on, people, wait till he goes. But you know, it is what it is. You know, it's an entry-level car, and it looks cool as can be. It really does look cool. Here we go. I reckon that's going to be about 15 miles an hour. 15 miles an hour, there we go. So 15 miles an hour, that's what you're going to get. But for a kid or someone just starting out in a relatively enclosed space rather than a big parking lot, that's a good learning. That's a good place to start, and the person can learn about how gearing and how to change it and how to adjust their motor and things like that. So it is what it is. I mean, we'll drive it on here a little bit on the so you're getting a little bit more enclosed space like we have here. You can get it to little brake traction in the rear there, get some donuts going. It handles just fine, no problems with the handling. This is a well thought out chassis designed by HPI. You know, engineers have designed this. You don't need to mess about with it. It runs great. You know, it handles good. The car looks awesome in the sun there with the decals on it. You know, for somebody, you know, somebody's birthday, something like that. I mean, this is an awesome gift. I wish someone had given me one of these when I was a kid. Well, they did, my dad. So there you go. That's how I got into this. So let's take it inside now, and no problem with the handling or anything like that. It's pretty low, so it scrapes on everything. I'm going to carry it over the like a bride. I'll carry it over the dog. So we got it here. We're going to drive it now. We're going to just scoot around our drift track here and see how this little car goes. So it's you know, we're just drifting here with the stock tires. So you can see the pendulum effect a little bit because of the way the motor's mounted. But it does want to kind of overdrift. You can correct it if you know it's coming. I think if you switched it to the mid motor mounting, it'd be very different. Just keep on tracking as I go around the corners here. Well, you can get a traction to brake and drift around the corners. There we go. Pretty quick flow. Yeah, pretty quick flowing here. These are not drift tyres, these are the stock street tyres. I'm drifting this. So, we'll just back into that down there, like some crazy driver. Looks great, looks cool. So let's quickly sum up on this car, alright? It's an entry-level car. It's not branded as a high-performance car. It's branded for somebody who wants to get into the hobby with a nice looking, beautiful body on here, pretty tough, looks great. That's what it's aimed at. You know, it's not 15 miles an hour. It's not super fast, but for for, you know, teenager or a younger kid, that's a great speed to start out with. It's no different to what we started out with these old cars back in the day. What tendencies, bad tendencies does it have when you're driving it? Doesn't really have any. It drives good. I'd like to upgrade the shocks on it because I like to have that adjustability where you can get, you know, if you look here at the hop-ups, we can see we've got aluminum center drive shafts to get rid of that plastic one. That's a definite if you're going to be going to brushless power. You've got a metal motor mount, you've got a one-way differential, you've got lock differentials. We've got universal drive shafts instead of dog bones. We've got sway bar kits. We've got strut tower, so you know, fasten your suspension towers together, and you've got the aluminum shocks here. All kind of different pinions you can get for it.
Different color shocks.
Yes. Different color shocks, different batteries, different wings. They sell some alternate body kits, things like that. So yeah, it's a you know, you can get different motors. If you want to stay with the brushed motors, you can get a higher performance 20 turn, come down in turns, you get more speed but less torque. So that would be another thing you could look at if you want to stay with the simple brushed power system. So there's not much not to like about this car. The price point is fairly aggressive at $240, completely ready to run with everything, including the batteries for the radio. Yeah, it's $240, I know. Less than you think. So it's great value for money. I mean, there are some other competitors out there that might just be a little bit less than this, but they are not going to come with this body. These bodies are probably going to sell for $50 by themselves, you know, this body. They're not released yet as an individual item that you can buy, but this body probably is a $50 body that you see on this car, and it's fully licensed. So great little car. If you know somebody who wants to get into the tourist car scene, just starting out in RC, you want something really cool to give them, this might be the one. So check us out on Facebook, check us out on Instagram, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.